Hey guys, in one of my last videos, one person asked me to sort of show them how I do my drum and my rhythm section and the drum beats and stuff like that. So seeing as I'm such a good guy, I thought I'd do a video and just kind of show you how I was doing those drums. I won't start from a fresh page and then make them, because that would take a wee while, and it's just much easier, I'm sure, from like when I like to view videos. It's just much easier if it's kind of already there and it's, you know, not limiting 2 sections of 10 minutes each. So I'll show you. So I've always got 2 kicks. I'm very much into layering. I've got a top kick and a bottom kick, and then I EQ them. So this one here, this one's my bottom kick, this one's my top kick. Oh, wrong way, sorry, that's definitely run the wrong way. This one here is my bottom kick. That's my top kick. And like I say, I EQ the high kick. I just cut out everything below 100, give it a little boost around 5,000, and anywhere else that you might want to. And the low one again, I take out. I don't really use a high cut. I just sort of use it like a low pass, and then I just take some of the highs down. And with the low kick, I like to boost around 85 Hertz is usually a good solid place for a kick. But layering and then busting them is the key, I think. So I've got the 2 kicks here, and I layer them. I send them to a kick bus right here. So like that. Alright, so once I've sent both of those kicks into this one channel, again I give one little EQ. This one you can see it's been boosted around 87 Hertz, very top end cutaway, and 4750 Hertz boosted again. So that's the EQ that I do on the very last one. And the compression, I just use the standard compressor from Logic, and I even use the kick drum compressor. The only thing I do play with on each track is just the attack and the release. If you don't have Logic and you can't use this exact same compressor, make sure that on the kick you don't have a really fast attack, because you want to make sure that you don't squash the front of the kick. And then I have, a millisecond release, a reasonably fast release, just to snap up and control any loose decays. So that's the kick. And then a clap and a snare here. Again, layering. I get one lower kick, one higher kick. With the lower one, I just take away some of the slightly higher frequencies, and with the lower one, just take away some of the lower frequencies, the other frequencies, just so that they can match up a little better and they don't have to fight for space. And once again, I do send those to a bus, but I'll just show you a real good trick that I've been doing for a wee while now. Is on this one here, I put a sample delay in, and it just spreads it out. It makes it a bit wider. Here's without, here's with. I don't know, I think this is quite a good effect. So try and on one of your kicks, if you're into layering, on one of your claps or snares, try and get some sample delay. If you don't have Logic, you want to use a delay, like a stereo delay, and just have one delay slightly faster than the other, and that'll spread them out. And again, I send those two to a snare bus here with some EQ, some compression, some sample delay on the bus again, just a little bit, and that high cut is only there just for automation purposes when I'm doing a track build and stuff. Very cool. What else have I got here? And I've got a build clap, and all that is it's actually just a sampler with a whole lot of claps, and I've put the envelope attack up. so it kind of, it's like it slows the attack of the clap in, and then you can get that building effect. So that's why the start of it is a bit slower, and it kind of builds up into the clap, and it just sounds good with the claps. Another one here is I've got a hat. I always have like a open hat type thing on the actual kick and the clap. So that goes on top of the kick and the snares. It just gives a bit of sparkle and a bit of like high end on those two beats. It is actually a big difference if you get as long as you use the right hat. I haven't even done any EQing. I've just done some sample delay again just to spread it out, so you can't actually hear it. That's a really nice effect. We've got just an ordinary, simple hi-hat offbeat. Again, I've put some sample delay on that to spread it out. And with my other bus, I've got a kick bus, a snare bus, a hat and perk bus, and then they all get bussed to the drum bus. That's again another very important point. But with my hat bus here, I actually use a bit crusher. It just sometimes I think some of the hats and stuff sound, I don't know, they're just really high end and a bit hi-fi and sparkly, so I use the bit crusher to just dirty them up a little bit and give them some grit. And it usually sounds a lot better. So try some bit crusher or some distortion and stuff on your hats. And I find that it will actually just blend in better between the kick and the snares. It's kind of just sounds more cohesive, more as one. And last, there's just a little percussion loop here, and I made this loop with one, as you can see here, one little slither of a kick drum. And again, this is just one of the snares put in here. This one up here, this is just another snare. And this is a little, like, again, a slither of a clap, this one right here, a slither of a clap put before this first kick drum, again, and another little kick drum here. So these are my little percussion, these are my little extras, these four here, these are just my little extras to give it, a bit of movement. And all together. See how this little loop here gives it a little bit of difference, bit of movement. I never used to be into putting like anything else but a hat in the offbeat, but I've been putting like little bits of percussion, and particularly this little, I just chopped up as a kick, and I just took the very end of it actually. And it's just this, it's real nice, and it just sits nicely, as well as the, because it sits below the hi-hat, so it just sounds great. And then the main thing, again, I've all got those simply bussed off kicks to the kick bus, snares to the snare bus, all my hat and percussion to this bus here. With this hat and percussion bus, I do actually side chain it to the kick. It just keeps everything out of the way. And then most importantly, all these three buses here are put to a drum bus where everything goes through. And I've got, use one of your better compressors that you've got. You don't with this overall one, you don't squeeze it you don't compress it too much. But yeah, you do want to see sort of 2 to 3 to 4 maybe decibels of compression, and your attack, don't have it too quick, because you want to make sure you get all your transients through without, before your compressor starts compressing. But I use fast release settings because it snaps it back up again and keeps it nice and short. And your ratio, have that about 4 to 1. So this is a really good one. This is a good compressor for it. But anyway, you can use anyone you've got. But that's the key. Layer, send them all to a bus where you can again use a compressor. You can use a compressor again just to make them those elements even gel together, and then send them all to one bus where they get another bit of compression and they put all of those elements together.